help us on the fiscal front, 3% budget deficit, 60% debt to GDP, etc. But what happened the morning after? In the decade that passed from the creation of the euro, productivity has moved in different directions within the European zone. On the one hand, you have Germany, within which unit labor cost has declined, and on the other hand, you have Italy, Spain, etc., in which unit labor cost has increased dramatically. So it is, if initially they were competitive, after a decade, there is a bigger gap. And if now they are competitive, then a decade ago there was a big gap. There is an issue that we need to understand that may reflect different practices in the labor market, different entitlements in labor market, and different flexibility of labor market. But whatever it is, we have in Europe budget deficits that are very, very large, and with it, huge debt. This is what is called the sovereign debt problem in Europe. And the problem is that these countries do not have any more access to the capital market. They don't have this access, and where did it come from? The behavior of the saving rate. Once the euro was introduced, they spent so much energy to gain the conditions to enable the adoption of the euro that they had no more energy to keep the rules in the moment after. In fact, in the decade since the creation of the euro, some countries have lowered their saving rates by 13%, 8%, 9%, whereas Germany raised it by 2%. Of course, when you have such a gap, obviously, some countries will run large surpluses within Europe, Germany. Some will run large deficits within Europe. The Europeans are proud to say that when you look at Europe as a whole, on the average, Europe external imbalance is very low. It is a correct statement, not very correct statement, but not very relevant. What is relevant is the intra-European gaps, which may and are creating a lot of tensions. And indeed, the marketplace tells you that if Greece today wants to borrow 10 years government bond, the spread over Germany is now close to 1,000 basis points. Ireland also very large spread, Portugal also very large spread. And you ask yourself, after all, $1 trillion were put on the table to make sure that there is no default. How come markets are not convinced? So let me tell you, there is no default. In fact, there is enough money to service the debt and do everything for the next several years. But the markets are worried about the morning after. Will the morning after mean that they have access to the market? And if they don't, the market show it today. And it's a tough situation. And I really feel that the citizens of this country are